So yesterday we had a 60-mile-an-hour wind, fire was everywhere, and the well went down. There's a lot to get into. Come on with me and we'll talk about it. By the way, don't make fun of my tripod. It's wobbly, so forgive me. But anyway, we had a pretty good weather day yesterday. We'll just call it that. What the deal was is the winds got up around 60 miles an hour. And as you know, hold on just a second, let me adjust this. And as you know, whenever the wind gets up that much, stuff starts breaking. Oh, well, hello there. Stuff starts breaking and the grass starts burning. Well, the problem with that is, there was all kinds of power outages all over the place, this whole area. And while here at the property we didn't lose power per se, our water well is a 3-phase well. And we are the only, let's see if you can see it. This line, we are the only ones on this line for, tens of miles. And the only thing that we have that's 3-phase is the water well. Now and then we drop one of the legs of the 3-phase power. And whenever that happens, this pump tries to run on a single phase. And, well, it does. The problem is it doesn't like to run on single phase. It's a 3-phase pump. So it'll run for a short while and then it burns the pump up. After not too many times of burning pumps up, well, you learn to start just shutting off the well when the lights start blinking. Hold on just a second, let me get in this thing. Then the wind ripped the door off of this thing. Get it to breathe. This is the well house, by the way. Ooh, that heater's burning good. I can feel it. We keep a gas heater in here, and it's good and warm. It's gonna get dark. Find a place to set you guys down. Okay, well, my light's not working in here, so I don't know if y'all will be able to see what I'm doing, but hold on a second, and I'll show you how to check these wells to make sure they haven't dropped a leg. By the way, I will say, by the grace of God, we weren't hit by any of the fires. With that being said, if you were within 100 miles of where I am standing right now, you could see an actively burning fire. There was one that got into the city limits of the town close to here, and it got like 6 homes, burned up a couple of other buildings. It wasn't a very good deal at all. But luckily, we were able to be all right during that. What we need to do this is we just need a multimeter. And we'll check this thing and make sure it's working. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but we'll do the best we can. Let's see, can you see anything in there? Probably not. Now, before I do this, I want to say that this is a live 3-phase system. There's actually angry pixies running around in here. So, don't do it. That's my official thing I'm going to say is don't do it because there's a chance that you could be deafed. I don't want to see anybody dead. You can see here, up top right here is where the power comes in. It's where the three-phase power comes in. I gotta hurry, I'm losing daylight fast. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see this. I'm actually fairly certain you can't. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna find these terminals, and be careful because like I said, you know, live electricity. And we're gonna make sure we have good power coming in. So we're gonna go L1 to L2. That reads 240. L1 to L3, 240. And then L2 to L3. And then just to make sure I didn't screw something up, I like to check it back and forth a couple times. And so far that looks good. Now we're going to turn the panel on. Once again, this is dangerous, so obviously be careful. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Okay, so the panel's on now. I'm going to check down here and make sure below the fuses that we got power. Once again, I know y'all won't be able to see this, but I will read to y'all what it says. $241, $242, $245, and everything looks the same there. So we've got good power coming in from all three legs of the three-phase. Now then, just to make sure that we didn't burn the pump up, let's go ahead and check, make sure we got equal amperage coming out of each of these whenever we turn the pump on. Clamp meter, there's lines up here where you're supposed to put it around the wires. It detects the electrical field, the magnetic field, I guess I should say. And here I'm not really concerned about what the amperage is. I'm just worried that it all says the same. So I think my camera might have shut off during that. I'm not real sure. Let me set this back up. Okay, the next priority we have is we got to fix these doors. But the well is working good. We didn't lose. If we did lose a leg of the power, it's already resolved itself. But normally what we do is the first second we notice that the power starts flashing or flickering, we'll go ahead and call the utility company and ask them if there's a leg down on the three-phase. And it's free. So if you ever have any troubles with a three-phase equipment, call the power company first. Call the utility, because they'll go out and check that stuff. And that'll save you, you got $150 in the well guy to tell you it's an electrical issue. Then you got $150 minimum in the electrician to tell you it's a problem with the utility company. So with weird problems like these, always call the utility company first. If it's nothing, well, then you're not out any money. If it was the problem, which with this three-phase stuff, man, I would never recommend a three-phase well for residential use, unless you've got a really high volume. If that's the case, you probably already know what you need. I wouldn't recommend it. But for this three-phase stuff, almost always you've dropped a leg on the line somewhere, and it's on the utility company. It's not on you. So call the utility company first. Man, that sun's going down and it's cooling off quick. Kind of walk around here and just make sure that everything else looks okay. I think it does. Let's see if y'all can see what I'm looking at here. I've noticed a little bit of tree damage and a few other minor things, but nothing major of major significance. There's a building over here. You can see right here, old barn. It's fallen down a little bit more, but that thing's been falling down for a couple years. I need to actually get up here and take care of that and knock it the rest of the way down. Random 10. Of course, you always have sheet metal, but man, that wind was crazy. The amount of dust in the air would absolutely suffocate you. This guy wants to say hello. Hey. Hey. Oh. Where are you going? Hey. Say hello. These guys right here are part of our security force. They keep a watchful eye on everything. Worthless animals. Worthless. They're actually really good at keeping coyotes away too. They will absolutely, but weird light. They will absolutely stomp a coyote to death. It is a sight to see when that happens. But anyway, the well looks like it's good, so I'm gonna get back to the house because I'm starting to get kind of cold. We'll be back out here soon. Well, until next time, you guys stay safe.